This episode of The Rookie Hunter is sponsored by North Arm Knives. North Arm Knives are handcrafted and sold directly through a father and son team right here in British Columbia. Choose from a selection of outdoor knives, kitchen knives, and the brand new folding knife from northarmknives.com. They ship internationally and guarantee all their work. Callie and I use their products and give them our stamp of approval. Go to northarmknives.com. Hey guys, welcome to episode 38. So if you follow us on Instagram, you'll know that we were out bear hunting this past weekend. We took a little trip north of Kelowna, set up camp, and had some fun. And while we were sitting next to the campfire, we decided to record a quick podcast just to kind of recap the day and how everything went. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. We're also going to release another episode. We've already recorded it, and it's going to be from Danny Coyne. He's with BC Fishing, and we're going to be talking all about kokanee fishing. So I think you guys will enjoy that one. We're going to release that on Wednesday or Thursday, so keep an eye open for that. We've also decided to do something kind of fun. A lot of guys have been writing in and asking that we just do an episode with just Kelly and I, which is, if some of you don't know, that was a lot of what the Rookie Hunter podcast started as, was just me and Kelly talking about hunting and sharing our stories and stuff like that. And over the past couple of months here, we've leaned more towards guest interviews, which we've really been enjoying. But we also agree, and we want to do an episode with the two of us. So here's what we're going to ask that you guys do. We're going to do an Ask Us Anything. You can send us an email. Our email address is therookieHunterPodcast@gmail.com. And submit your questions over the next week here. And then I'm going to pack up my mobile recording gear. We're going to throw it in a backpack, along with some cold beers, of course, and set up somewhere out in the sticks and answer your questions from the wilderness. Just why not? We can do it. So that's what we're going to do. So make sure to get in your questions within the next week or so here, and we'll be sure to answer those from the outdoors. So let's skip all the regular stuff, and because this is a bonus episode, let's get into it. So sit back, relax, crack a cold beer, and enjoy this episode from the campfire. Move in a little bit. Cozy. Kelly Molnar.
What's going on?
What did we figure? It was May 13th? Is that the conclusion we came to?
Yeah.
Good, and it's 10:30 at night. We just had Vietnamese-style mule deer sausages over a campfire.
Mm-hmm.
Not too
those
bad.
weren't the elk ones?
No.
They were good.
Mule deer.
Caveman style.
Yeah, set up a little, they were kind of frozen, so we had to thaw them out first, but they were kind of smoking for a while. And tasty.
So what's the scene here? We have a campfire. We cut up a bunch of wood. We're right on a river that is pretty high because of all the runoff that we're having this year.
Pretty full.
And we just ate those sausages, which was awesome.
Yeah. So let's do a whole recap of the full day in case we don't use that other recording we did.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially what we decided to do was leave Kelowna around, what did we get out of there, 12:30 or something like that?
31, yeah.
Yeah, and headed north about, I guess is that a plane? We went about an hour and a half or so north of Kelowna to a spot that Jeff Lander from Primitive Outfitting recommended. And we got, I guess, 11 and a half kilometers into a road, and we were trying to get to the 35k mark or something, and it was all washed out. So yeah, luckily we had a plan B set out for today, and then went back onto the main highway, headed east, I guess, a little bit further, and then got onto some other Forest Service roads and cruised around. Decided to hang a right, So I had been back here before and thought maybe it'd be a good spot to check out.
Saw some bear crap.
We saw a lot of bear crap. Yeah. So
we decided to keep driving. And then we saw some more. And some more. And then it was getting, every 20 feet for a section there.
Yeah.
So we figured we were on the right track. And then we decided to hang out at a little landing. And we collected a bunch of firewood that we were going to saw up. Hung out there for about, 20 minutes?
Yeah, maybe. Somewhere around there. We were going to fire up the chainsaw, but we're seeing so much bear sign, maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah. And then we got back in the truck and we took the lower road. There was 2 roads that were going in different directions, so we took the lower road. And the first corner we took, these bears were right below us the whole time.
Yeah.
There's a younger, maybe, I don't know. I mean, he was an adolescent bear, it looked like.
Yeah.
And he was pretty skinny. So we watched him for a while. It didn't really seem right.
Yeah, we weren't too eager to get out the rifle. I was more into just watching him with the binoculars and wasn't sure if it was a sow or what. And worried about cubs, so we just kept waiting and watching, and then sure enough another one came out. It was just across the road.
Yeah, and that one had a rounder face and looked like the bigger of the bunch, so
yeah.
I kind of thought that was mama bear, and maybe that bear was a cub kind of in its last little bit with the mom there.
I think so.
It wasn't a small bear.
No, it wasn't. But yeah, it wasn't really big enough to...
It wasn't huge either.
No. So, glad we waited. It was cool to watch them. They didn't really seem to care about us until you hopped out of the truck there.
Yeah.
And they're just eating all the vegetation on the side of the road. So...
Yeah, I wanted to get my spotting scope, because, I don't know, I was kind of getting to the point where I knew there was not a great chance we were going to be shooting one of them. So I jumped out and wanted to get my spotting scope out of the back, and just opening the door, they're probably 150 yards, I'd say.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So it was pretty close to start moving around, but they still weren't that concerned. They just kind of moseyed off.
Yeah, I think the mom there, when she saw you on the road, she kind of started to run a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was cool. We headed to loop back after we saw those 2, because I think that was their bear sign that we were following for the most part, because it'd be like 2 piles of shit next to each other, so the 2 of them were just eating and shitting all the way down that road.
Yeah, they had the same schedule.
Yeah, keeping regular. So we headed back to where we had saw even more bear sign, and
it's kind of weird though, like even when the scat was side by side.
Yeah.
Like, do you think they kind of one taps the other one on the shoulder, and they're just like right here?
Yeah, I don't know,
literally,
weird.
One isn't an inch further ahead than the other one.
Side by side.
Anyways.
Yeah, so we headed back, same way we came in, and then decided to hang a right up another road. Mm-hmm. More bear sign, and then came up this little hill.
Yeah.
And so
like 100 yards ahead of us.
Big black ass.
Yeah. Big bear.
Yeah.
Like made these other bear look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right away, the size difference, like you could tell, there's like just a good sign of like the first 2 we saw didn't even reach for the rifle. Just kind of sat there and watched this one.
Yeah.
As soon as we saw it, my left hand dropped right down for the rifle.
I could see it like it's walking away from us up the road.
Yeah, just moseying along nice and slow.
And I could see its back feet, like as it was picking up its feet, the paws were like gigantic.
Yeah.
So then this all happened in a matter of about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But you reached for your rifle, and then it looked back at us, and as soon as it looked back, we both kind of
looked at each other
and said, "Grizzly bear." And And then it immediately took off.
Yeah.
Like fast.
Fast.
Yeah.
And unbelievably fast. It's amazing to see a bear that size and how fast it took off.
Yeah.
Just sheer power.
Yeah, I felt like it could have ran through one of those pine trees.
Yeah, well, the area that it took off into, it was thick brush and it was nowhere to be seen. So that was...
Whatever trees those were, Douglas or whatever.
Yeah. So it was interesting because it had a huge ass on it and it was pretty dark. But as soon as it turned, we saw its broad shoulders and they were brown.
Yeah.
And it just instantly, you see the big block of a head on it too. And
yeah, and when it ran, it had like silverback almost.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, there's something about the light as it ran away that it's kind of silvery.
Yeah, you just know right away that it's a grizzly bear. And then, so we went up, turned around, and then came back down and had a look at the tracks on the road. And the paws were like bigger than my hand, basically. Pretty close in size. Huge. So that was pretty cool to see. And then we were starting to run out of daylight. Went up another road, saw some more bear sign, but the road deteriorated pretty quick, so went for a quick walk.
Yeah.
And then decided to get out of there, head back down towards camp. I think we checked out one more road, saw some more bear sign there. And by that point it was too late to continue on, so we came back here with a little bit of light, sawed up all of our firewood and split it. Got a really nice fire going here and cracked a few beers. Kelly, what's on tap tonight? It's the finest beer we've ever had.
The finest kokanee Glacier Fresh from Creston, BC.
Yes, sir.
Still?
Kootenays. I believe so, unless it's...
Yeah, Creston, BC.
Nice.
It feels right.
Feels right.
Nothing fancy.
Reminds me of being in high school.
Yeah.
Kokanee was the beer of choice back then.
Nice.
So
yeah,
what should
I don't know if you guys can hear the frogs and the water kind of splashing, but
we stoked up the fire before we started recording, and before that there was an owl hooting across the river here. I don't hear it anymore.
Yeah.
Point the phone that way. Yeah, so pretty nice, pretty quiet, pretty relaxing.
We have the DeLorme InReach with us.
Yeah.
So we've been out of service for many, many kilometers, so sent a text message back home. Basically just share this location and gives folks the exact GPS coordinates where you are.
Is it set up by email address or phone?
Both. You can do SMS or email.
So can you have it sent to multiple people? Or just one?
Yeah, I think you can do multiple.
Nice. Yeah, it's nice to have that, man. Especially, fuck, I'm full. Like with the way the rivers are running right now and all the streams and shit. Yeah. If there's a washout or something, hit that SOS button would be just nice.
Just hook the truck up to the helicopter and
yeah, take it out of here.
beam us up.
But yeah, it's just good peace of mind when you're way out here like this. Because otherwise nobody would know where we were.
Yeah.
Because originally we were going to a totally different area. So.
Yeah, and we've seen one truck this whole time.
Yeah. That's it.
And it's, there was some logging happening in a couple areas, so it could just be one of those guys.
Yeah, could have
But
been.
as far as hunters go, I haven't seen any.
Nope. We were seeing a whole bunch in another area because that road was washed out. We're sort of constricted to one service road there, and everybody was going up there. So a few trucks, 4 quads or something like that. It was just too busy.
Yeah.
So I think we made the right choice.
For sure.
I think if we come back up here before the bear season's over, we should probably do Friday, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So we can hunt Friday night, Saturday night. Because it feels like you only get a couple of hours really when they start really moving before sundown.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure you could get lucky and spot one earlier, but I don't feel like going out tomorrow morning is going to be worth it. Although we can probably take a quick drive, we might as well since we're here. But
it's just funny that every bear we saw was right in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Like you bring your spotting scope and your binoculars, and you're looking at all the cuts and thinking about going on a hike, doing all that kind of stuff, and then you drive around a corner and see sign, and all of a sudden there's just big black blobs sitting in the middle of the road because they're lazy right now, right?
Yeah.
They just walk around and eat the grass on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no point, really. I think the key is just cover as much ground as you can.
Yeah. As much as we like to hike and that, it's if you get off on some of these trails and stuff that are up here, it's so thick, like you wouldn't be able to see shit. So
yeah,
good to just cover ground, and based on all the sign we're seeing, I think that's the best way to do it. So
yeah.
But first camping trip of the year. Can't complain.
No, sausage, pepperoni. Got some beer, got some chips.
Got a bottle of wine ready to go here too.
Nice.
This is not the best bottle of wine. It's a Jackson Triggs Cab Sav from 2015. And this is what I got for third place in the Oliver 10K.
Oh, nice.
So the victory bottle. I guess they're a sponsor or something for that race. No medals, just wine, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Cool.
Yeah. So what do you think we should do tomorrow?
I brought my rod. I might just cast into there's a lake around here.
Yeah.
Might cast into it a couple times on the drive by.
Might as well.
Just reel in a spoon or something, see what happens.
You never know. Get a couple bites. But
put some, actually I'd have to look at the regs if you're allowed to bait, but I might have something in the tackle box.
Nice.
The wind has shifted.
Yeah, we're getting smoked out here all of a sudden. But yeah, we actually haven't even set up the tent, even though it's 10:30. I guess we should probably do that.
Yeah.
But we're surrounded by some pretty steep mountains here. It kind of feels like we're in the Kootenays actually, and like to the north of us and to the west of us was all looked like rain and even snow up top on the mountains there.
It's crazy. It's still snowing up there.
Yeah, fresh snow up top. So we figured I'll cook some sausages and shit here and set up the tent after and see if it was raining or not. And I see some stars, but
I think
we're all right.
Them, no.
Are we?
I think so.
Oh, it's fucking smoke. So, I don't know. I guess we could set up the tent and
see what happens.
Starts to rain. I don't know.
Always go in the truck.
Yeah.
Sleep under the tonneau.
Yeah. Well, we survived. Had a pretty intense storm in that tent, so.
Yep.
Should be all right.
Yeah, it's just a 3-season.
Yeah, it'll do.
Yeah. But
are you gonna sleep all right, knowing that there's a grizzly bear up the hill?
Probably not.
Nice. I saw some dog tracks over there. I didn't see any bear tracks, so I think we're all right. Unless
that's the thing, though. You can't see bear tracks.
Yeah.
Like, how much scat did we see today?
Tons.
And we didn't see one bear track.
No, except for where that grizzly bear was running.
Yeah, and he clawed into the ground.
Yeah.
But their pads are so soft, you just can't.
Yeah.
You can't see where they've been.
No.
But they are cool animals.
Yeah,
it's
really
fun
cool.
To just sit there and watch them.
Pretty excited to see it. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe we'll, by chance, see something in the morning. I'm not holding out any hopes for that. But we'll just make our way south.
Yeah.
Back to Kelowna. Slowly.
Maybe we'll eat lunch at that golf course you're walking there with our hunting gear.
Yeah, smelling like campfire, and sounds good to me. Cool.
And we can't fish in the river.
No.
It's on a spring closure, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, probably too high.
And it's high, yeah. High, dirty.
Yeah. But yeah,
cool.
Nothing like a few beers and campfire to make you sleepy, man.
Yeah.
A couple glasses of wine here, and it might be time to call her a night.
For sure.
Cool. Well,
right. Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe we'll get lucky.
If you don't hear from us, nothing happened.
Yeah. Cheers.
Later.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode from the campfire. I'm going to jump in here with some words of wisdom. You'll hear Kelly mention that we sent a message using his InReach system, and here's what happened. That message didn't get sent until the following day. So he made it clear to his wife that he was going to send a message if we decided to camp, which we did. And so she was expecting to hear from him if he wasn't coming home. So we were under the impression that we sent a message at 8:50, and as I said, it didn't actually send until we started moving in the truck the next morning. So Kel's wife was a worried mess, thinking something happened to us. Meanwhile, we're drinking beer and wine next to the campfire, having a great time, and everybody else was extremely worried. So Kelly and I have to rethink the way we're going to use this thing, and to anyone else who's using them, I think it's best to just let people know when you're going in, when you expect to be out, and that they can expect messages from you only when it's possible, and that there is a chance that a message might not get sent. So it just gives them peace of mind that you're going to be okay either way, unless you don't return on the date that you said you are. So anyways, just some words of wisdom, because we felt terrible for kind of inconveniencing everyone else, just worried about our whereabouts, but we were indeed fine, but just didn't really think that one through and hadn't used the system yet. So just be cautious when using technology. But yeah, anyways, that's all I'm going to say about InReach. As I mentioned in the intro, make sure you guys get in your questions to us. They can be about us, they can be about hunting, they can be about gear. Anything you want, just send us an email to the rookiehunterpodcast@gmail.com, and we're going to do that fun episode from the bush. So make sure you get those questions in. We don't have a date set yet for that recording, but it's going to be depending on the weather. So get those in. As always, guys, thank you very much for listening. We'll see you in a couple days, and we're going to be joined in studio by Danny Coyne from BC Fishing. Cheers, guys. Happy hunting.